Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for January 28th, 2017. Looking at the leaderboard for yesterday, despite cutting myself off a little early, looks like I did pretty well. Stayed in the top 10, or did well enough to stay in the top 10. And Marvin took the top spot at 9:55. Congratulations, Marvin. Not far behind him is McTinchy at 9:25. Anderson at 8:95. I wonder if that's Anders. Curious. Burning Ass Taco has an 870. Neg 840. Ash White 12345 at 780. Myself at 725. Machine God at 705. Deno 416 at 675. And the Jazzy at 655. Overall, 24 players played, which is a shockingly low number for recent activity. But, I guess I'll have to take it. Let's go ahead and get in there and see what we have today. Today we have Sensor again, no ship upgrades. Two infestation types on a military B with all the scrap in the... Wow, jeez. Holy crap. So 8 scrap already. Go ahead and drop a sensor in here, and I'm even going to go ahead and drop a sensor in here, just in case. Actually, I say just in case, but I actually am in the same position that I was yesterday. Two infestation types. Now here's the only complication. At least at the moment, I definitely hear Swarm. Okay, that's got to be clear, right? Well, I know what the other position is. The good news is I got a turret. Bad news is I won't be able to use this room. The good news is I do have another room. Oh, no, it's right there. Okay. And the better news is if I can get... If R6 has a terminal, I can use that sentry to clear out the swarm from the ship. It does have a terminal. And they're dead. The good news is this also gives me 2 rooms to escape from if it comes to it. Defenses are deactivated. Sounds clear. Unless... Ah! I should have backed straight away, but I was trying to turn around. That wasn't necessary. Wasn't necessary at all. So here's the deal. Fuel ports are incredibly susceptible to vacuum. So whatever I do here... We clear? We must be. Now, I might have vented a lot of stuff. I don't know. But, you know, here's the general rule of thumb. Oh, great. One propulsion fuel. Now, I might have vented some scrap. The problem is, I wasn't going to get that scrap anyway. So, I got lucky with no pipes bursting. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get the ship upgrade from R7. And if I was being really vindictive, I could destroy the slime spawning in R7, but it doesn't do me any good. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. It's a short ship, short run, but aside from a little bit of a melt on HAL, not too bad, I guess. Starting score was 530 today. Not bad. Almost all of the scrap was in the first room. All but one, actually. And yeah, that's pretty much it. One propulsion fuel, and that's it. Actually, no, I think all of the scrap was in the first room. So I took 10 damage, and I gained 5 from the propulsion fuel. If people didn't get the propulsion fuel, then I'm going to be less than them because they took the scrap and left. If people went and got the propulsion fuel without taking damage, they did the best. And that's about it, I guess. Currently, yep, Yabob did not get the propulsion fuel. Now, that's entirely possible. Again, you have to vent that room in order for that to work. And there's a couple things working against you. When the room gets evacuated, there's a chance, possibly small, that the door will lock open or closed. When the room is evacuated, there's a chance, possibly small, that the fuel, actually it's not small, fuel has a really good habit, a really bad habit of breaking. So, lots of things can go bad. Looking at the scores, it looks like Ash White probably took 30 points of damage. Raziel lost some drones. And that's going to happen anytime. Surprisingly, that's happened a lot, considering, but that's going to happen anytime you have Swarm involved. And it's entirely possible that they just tried to do a maneuver and it didn't work, or... How'd you get... You only got 3... That's a drone plus 1 upgrade. Scott's lost both of his drones. That's a drone plus 1 upgrade. That's what that is. Okay. Yeah, it's... ships like this are dangerous if you're not super careful, and if you get unlucky. That's what some of it amounts to. Only 3 out of 8 players, because Frost is still playing, so he doesn't have a score of 0. He just hasn't finished yet. 3 out of 8 players have a positive score. And really, that 720 score that Ebob has, you can get from the first room. You can start and leave, and that's it. The only other thing you can get from any of the other rooms is the 5 propulsion, or the 5 points from propulsion fuel that I got. So 725 is the top score, unless I miscounted somewhere, or if you get a ship scan. I guess that's entirely possible too, if you're lucky to get a ship scan on the terminal. So, as I've been saying, if you haven't done your own run yet, I highly recommend next time you do a blind run without looking at the leaderboard, without looking at, without watching anyone's video before the run, and compare afterward. Check out my video, check out some of the other videos that are linked at the beginning of mine, of yesterday's runs, and check out their channels for Marvin, Neg, and Copper, because they do some great runs sometimes. I would wager to say they're better than me, but I don't want to push people, to their channels and away from mine, obviously. But we all pretty commonly end up in the top 10 in various positions. Sometimes we have bad days. Sometimes we have great days. So, we've all been doing this for quite a while, and I think we all enjoy it and have a nice little community growing here. So, that said, if you have finished your run, leave a comment. I'd love to hear of your own experiences. Even on a small ship like this, it can be very interesting to see how things play out differently for different people and how different people play things out. A little bit of wordplay. I might keep it, I might not. We'll see. If you enjoyed the video, do please like, and have a good day.